So it seemed that everybody really enjoyed my Wharncliffe collection overview video, so I decided that, well, you know, why not do another one? And I said I would, so here I am. I'm doing that, okay? Relax, get off my back. Before you are, if you have read the title of the video, all of the knives in my collection made out of or made with carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is super popular in the knife world, and it's for a very good reason, right? One, it is insanely lightweight. Well, I guess that's it. It's very rigid. It is a very resilient material in general. And honestly, to me, the big kicker is it looks kind of badass. It looks really nice. So these are all of them. What do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 in total. All of my knives in carbon fiber. And I guess we'll just dive right in. If you're new here, this isn't normal. Usually I do unboxings and I do full reviews of knives individually, but I said to myself, 2022, we need to do more collection overviews. No one's ever really seen my whole collection all at once, so here we are. And we'll just start off with, honestly, 2 knives that I haven't yet to review. First and foremost, the Dylan Mallory Forus. This is a Dylan Mallory design. You may know him. Oh my gosh. You may know him from the Hadros, CVV Hadros, the CJRB. Oh no. I'm drawing a blank. Dylan Mallory's the man. I love his designs. And this was made by Artisan Cutlery, as an OEM project sold directly by Dylan himself. I love the man's design language. It's very clean, very classy. And this carbon fiber, if you can see, oh yeah, look at that. This has this dynamite shred carbon fiber, titanium pocket clip. I just love the look of those scales. Oh my goodness, this is a liner lock. Really nice, running on bearings. My cat is screaming, if you can hear him. Blade material, S35VN, really slicey, great ergos, really nice. Nice and thin. A lot of fun to play with. Super smooth. Big fan overall. I think these were like $185, which to me is like a crazy value for what you're getting here. And there's my cat. How you doing, Pepperoni? Is there anything I can do for you? Anything in particular? How are you off screen? Do you really need me to reach around you, dude? Sheesh. Good God. Kids, you know, what are you gonna do? With the chitlins these days. Anyway, Dylan Mallory Forus, a sweet, sweet knife. And again, that carbon fiber, man, that shred carbon is just, oof. Ooh-wee, is that good. Big fan, crazy slicey. Great ergos. Big fan, overall, the Dylan Mallory Forus, made by Artisan Cutlery. Another Artisan Cutlery that I have not reviewed yet, for whatever reason. This is the Artisan Cutlery, oh my gosh, I've done that twice now. Artisan Cutlery Centauri. This was designed by Ray Laconico. It is not exactly a new knife, but it is a damn good one. It is a front flipper only. Again, blade material, S35VN. Nice belt satin on that beautiful sheep's foot style blade. I love that blade shape. Such a big fan. Also, stupid slicey. Artisan does a really killer job with their factory edges. Right out of the box, it's a freaking razor beam. What did I call it before? Razor beam. It's a laser beam out of the box is the point. Super simple, clean design. And again, Artisan coming in hot. Look at that carbon fiber. I don't even know what to call it. Just a nice, clean, traditional woven carbon fiber. But high contrast, high shimmer, high sheen, really nice looking. Titanium backspacer, titanium with micro milling on the lock bar side. This is a frame lock, titanium pocket clip. Just a great knife, running on bearings. Oh, and the action is just tasty. Oof. So good. So good. There will be a full review for the Forest and for this coming very, very soon. Big fan. Artisan does a great job with their carbon fiber. Moving along to a Spyderco. There are 2 of them in this lineup. Spyderco does something weird with their carbon fiber, right? This isn't really carbon fiber. What it is a very thin layer of carbon fiber over top of a very thick layer of G10. So yes, it is real carbon fiber, but it's not all carbon fiber, right? It's 90% G10 and 10% carbon fiber. That being said, it's got a nice texture to it. It's got a nice look to it. You see it a lot on their Taiwan-made Spydercos. This is the Mantra 3. I'm a big fan of this. Everybody seems to hate the Mantras, but I love it. Belt satin finish, full flat grind, S30V. Just absolute lightsaber of a blade. Love that blade shape as well. Great ergos, you know, this being a Spyderco, solid. I added a little kind of choil for sharpening, but it works really great as a finger choil. Added that with a Dremel right there. God, it's a great knife. Action, running on bearings. It is a flipper, which is weird for Spydercos. This is another one I haven't reviewed. A lot of these I haven't reviewed. I gotta get my act together. Really clean knife. I like it. Deep carry, wire clip, which I like. You know, no complaints there. But the compression lock and the flipper usually don't work well together, shall we say? But in this case, it does, man. Like, it really does. And it is buttery freaking smooth running on those bearings. I'm a big fan. Big fan of the Mantra. Not such a big fan of their peel ply carbon fiber, but, you know, whatever. It gets the job done. And it looks nice. So, Mantra 3, cool knife. Going back through pricing, I think this one was like $199, the Centauri retail. You could get it for cheaper. I bought this secondhand. The Forest was $185. Don't know if more of those will be coming. And the Mantra, I want to say like $165, maybe $170, which is, I have no issues with that price. Another knife I have not yet reviewed, and honestly, kind of the star of the show here. This is the TwoSun Big Belly, designed by, I always forget, Mikhail Galovich, I don't know. It's called the Big Belly, I mean, look at the blade. Look at that blade. Big belly, drop point, with the big swedge, in M390. Crazy, gorgeous grind lines on that belt satin finish. Oh, come on. There they are. Stunning. Stunning. Really pretty knife. Titanium pocket clip. This has the Benchmade style axis locks. I haven't reviewed this one either. I don't know if I said that. Oh man, I like this knife a lot. These were like $279. And what makes this so special to me, first off, carbon fiber is beautiful. The carbon there. Metal kind of bolster area for the axis style locks. Action is unreal. So good. Like I said, these were $279. And this is a friggin' integral. This is machined out of one solid piece of carbon fiber. One piece. And it is solid as a freaking rock. And it feels so good. Like, I swore when this arrived it had liners in there, some stainless liners. It doesn't. It's one tool path. Straight through there. Called a day. And it's all carbon fiber all the way through. It's kind of freaking crazy that this is only $279. We all know how expensive integrals get traditionally, $400, $500, $600. But man, is this good. Oh, the Big Belly. I don't know if they're still available. If they are, definitely one to check out. Like I said, M390. Full-blown integral made out of carbon fiber. It's incredible. Fit and finish. Dynamite. Crazy cool knife. Full review coming on that. Oh, this, if you have watched the channel for a while, you will know this is one of my all-time favorites. Well, this is one of them. This is the Sharp by Design Evo Typhoon. Well, in this case, the Micro Evo Typhoon. It is a very small knife compared to the Big Belly here. It is a pretty small knife. Micro being the optimum word there. The carbon fiber inlays on this black anodized titanium frame lock is just stunning. Again, that shred carbon, a lot like what we saw on the Forest over here. Man, that's pretty. Man, that's pretty, I tell you what. I like the little 6-shooter pivot they do. Brian Nadeau of the Knife Nuts podcast. This is his work. Very popular knives. I have 2 of them. This is the clip point style M390 belt satin finish, running on bearings, made by Reate and God, Lord Jesus, Jehovah, whoever. It's so good, and I just love that carbon fiber. Oh, it's so good. Love the aesthetic on this one. On both sides, bolster kind of style lock going on. The traditional Brian Nadeau flipper tab. Solid ergos. Kind of trigger pull choke up area. Such a great daily carry. Very expensive, about 300 and I don't know, 25, 330 bucks is what these went for. They were pre-orders. That's how Brian does all of his knives. But Sharp by Design, Micro, Evo Typhoon. I love it. I love it oh so very much. Moving on to a discontinued knife that I have reviewed and that I do love. This is the Bestech Knives Shinkansen. This was an in-house design from a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago. And again, nice carbon fiber inlays. Very nice, nicely done. Kind of annoying. A lot of people hated the fact that the inlays were held in by these 2 screws on both sides. So kind of, you know, some unnecessary added hardware there, it seemed. But all in all, it's called the Shinkansen because it is shaped like a bullet train. The tradition, you know, Shinkansen being Japanese for bullet train. Beautiful knife. Front flipper only. Full size. S35 VN on the blade. Stonewash finish on there. Nice drop point style. Oh, it's so nice. Blue pivot ring, little accent, blue back spacer here, blue titanium pocket clip, carries really well. Crazy. This was one of the first knives I ever got that was like super drop shutty guillotine. Oh man, oh man. It's so good. I need to take it apart and clean it, I can tell. But it's good. Simple, kind of elegant, you know. Definitely you can tell this is a Chinese-made knife from around 2019, but God, it's good. I don't care. It's really nice piece. Big fan of the Shinkansen. It's a shame that went away. I'd like to see different versions of that. Ooh, and another Chinese-made knife. This is the TwoSun Vandal, another knife. There is a review coming up on very shortly. Oh, by the way, this retail back in the day was like 200 bucks, 200 plus, I don't remember. This is the TwoSun Vandal, a collaboration between, I believe, Max Chuk and everybody's favorite, Love Them Knives. You gotta love Them Knives. This thing is immense. It is absolutely giant. It is a pocket machete. Blade steels, 14C, 28N, one of my favorites. Crazy slicey, a little bit of a recurve going on here, but it's like a pocket machete, man. This thing's insane. Running on bearings. Weight isn't terrible. The pocket clip's a little eh. Full review coming on this shortly. We have these deployment grooves as opposed to slots. It is a button lock, and man, it's a good one. Because that blade is so heavy, man, that thing just drops. And bounces. It's so much fun to play with. Playing with something this big, with that level of fidget factor, I mean, even the handle is shaped like a sword handle. I just feel, I feel so powerful. And again, carbon fiber, big carbon fiber inlay. Very nice finish, just a kind of traditional crosshatch pattern on there. Really nice stuff. Big fan of the Vandal. I don't know if any more of those will be coming. You know how TwoSun operates? You know, what are you gonna do? And we're gonna pause there for a minute. All right, second row. Let us begin, shall we, right here with another peel ply carbon fiber Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Canis, another Taichung, Taiwan-made Spyderco. Pocket knife is not stock, but I hate Spyderco's stock clips, so that's a kind of really gross anodized job I did on this deep carry clip. But whatever, it's mine. Screw off. I love the Canis. You saw this in the Warncliffe overview video. Again, you know, crazy laser beam, razor beam, whatever you want to call it, hollow grind, S30V on the blade, peel ply carbon, hit or miss, but it's got a nice texture to it. Ergos on this knife are insane. I feel like John Wick. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure my review, there is a full review for this knife on the channel. Pretty sure the review for this knife was called John Wick Would Totally Carry This Knife or something like that. I don't know. Something about it just screams John Wick. It was made for self-defense, and I use it to open letters, but that being said, it is a very pretty carbon fiber laden folder running on washers. Yes, running on washers. Everybody corrected me on the Wharncliffe overview video. This is what I deal with every day. But a great knife. The price did go up on these recently. Spyderco is raising their prices across the freaking board, unfortunately. So this is like, I don't even know, a lot. A lot. Too much. I think this is over 200 bucks. It used to be 190 when it was first released, and that felt like too much. And now it's like 210 maybe. But a sweet knife if you can get it secondhand. Really cool knife. We'll leave that open. Leave the blades out. Oh, this was my first ever Reate. This is the Reate Bushido. Kind of controversial knife. Also has a full review right off the bat. Look at that carbon fiber. Oh. Reate does such a killer job with their materials, and just their quality in general is a step above most every Chinese manufacturer. Titanium, pocket clip, not deep carry, but nice. Very minimal, literally a little rectangle. That's what this knife is. Very small, thin, kind of gentleman's folder. Really big fan. But this was my first ever Reate. It is a front flipper, top flipper, whatever you want to call it. Traditional kind of Kwaiken Bushido style namaste Japanese aesthetic overall. DLC coated, or maybe PVD coated, M390. Super thin. Blade stock, super thin behind the edge. Laser beam slicer on the business end. Big fan. Running on bearings. Titanium liner lock. So the liners are anodized titanium. Black on black on black. Titanium backspacer. Action was never that great on this knife because that blade's so light. And because the tolerances are so freaking tight. But visually, very pleasing. A really nice out-to-dinner knife. Usually this is like my fancy evening carry. Full review on that. Really big fan. Some controversy. People said the design was stolen, but, you know, it was all worked out in the end. Cool knife. Big fan. Oh, and this is one of my favorites. Another Reate made. This is the Urban EDC Supply F5.5. Made by, once again, Reate. Oh, it is one of my favorites. Period. Full stop. Again, carbon fiber. Look at that. Just nice, clean crosshatch carbon fiber. Nice woven carbon. Nice, solid, kind of stubby deep carry clip on this one. I believe these are titanium liners. I'm almost positive. But it is a liner lock. Blade steel is L-Max. Stunning belt satin finish. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Honestly, some nice chonky blade stock, but we get a nice sturdy tip because of the sheep's foot shape. This was a Voxnays design. Oh man, and the ergos are to die for any size hand. Choke back, got jimping up here, choke up, cash money, action, running on bearings, nice and smooth. Oh gosh, just a big fan of this piece. Love it. I'll never get rid of it. Nice and clicky clacky too. The actuation makes great freaking noises. Beautiful. Titanium backspacer. Solid. Solid piece. God. Such a great knife. Yummy. And another knife that was also seen in my Wharncliffe overview video. This is my We Knife Co. Eterna, designed by Elijah Isham. Oh god. That flipper tab is... I'll never get used to it. Beautiful. So, like I said in the Wharncliffe video, this is a titanium integral, technically, right? The frame itself, this whole kind of crazy frame, is an integral. And then this is a big piece of carbon fiber inlaid that's held on back here, right? And with the pocket clip screw. 2 pieces of hardware. I love how simple this knife is. As crazy as it looks, the construction is so insanely simple. We already know the blade is M390, kind of a bead blasted finish, beautiful warny, deployment slots, dinky little flipper tab that disappears when it's open. Solid ergos if you have smaller hands, nothing too crazy. Bigger hands, most people that I've talked to didn't like this knife a lot, but you have to admit, that is an insanely pretty piece of cutlery. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I mean, again, look at that carbon. Oof. Big fan. Big fan. We Eterna. These kind of come around. I believe they might still be available now. Just like the Warncliffe video, I'll try to link as many of these as I can, so you can go check them out for yourself. But yeah, the Eterna is a real beauty. Last three. This, if you like American-made knives, you know what this is. This is the ZT, Zero Tolerance 0562 CF. CF obviously standing for carbon fiber. And honestly, of all of the knives that I have laid out before you, the carbon fiber here is, like, look at the weave compared to the Reate here. You see how small the little weave pattern is? This is big. Obviously, everything's bigger in America, but look how big it's like spaced out more, I suppose, than all of the other patterns of carbon we've seen. And it's almost too uniform. Kind of bothers me a little bit. It almost looks fake. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it isn't. I hope not, for how much money these cost. Big knife. Big tank of a knife. Designed by Mr. Rick Hinderer. Jesus. Rick Hinderer. I can't talk. I give up. Rick Hinderer himself. Blade steel. 20 CV. CPM 20 CV. Nice belt satin. Relatively slicey. You know, it's a thick, hard use, heavy duty titanium frame lock. The pocket clip is way too tight for my taste. I really don't like it. Over travel stop here. You know how Hinder does it. Cool knife. Really crazy. Running on bearings. Action's okay, but, you know, for the money, I've had much better action. My review of this is one of the oldest ones I've done on the channel. So it's not my best, but definitely go check it out. I make fun of it a little bit, but I've kept it for this long because at the end of the day, just look at it. And this is my excuse not to buy a real Hinder. You know what I mean? Everybody says this was better for the longest time. Big, stupid, outrageous flipper tab that sticks about, you know, quarter mile out the ass end of the knife. Held on, everything's held together by like 16 screws. You know, it's overkill in every way, but it's cool. It's overkill and it's cool. I'm fine with it. But there you go. 0562 CF. Definitely available pretty much everywhere. Not sure if ZT is going to raise their prices like Spyderco did, but we shall see. Crazy detent on that too. Makes a lot of noise. I like it. Like I said, I like it. Ooh, and this, I think, I want to say this was the knife that made me fall in love with carbon fiber as like a main element in a knife. This is the Bestech Shodan, designed by Todd Knife and Tool, who I've reviewed a lot of their knives on this channel. I love Todd Knife and Tool. Their aesthetic is so profoundly different from everything else on the market, and everything is so overdone that I just can't get enough. This is S35VN on the blade steel, belt satin finish, nice drop point, crazy cyberpunk, future steampunk, Blade Runner 2049 aesthetic everywhere, crazy milled out areas, the crazy lightning bolt, nutty pocket clip going on that works really well, that I love. Frame lock titanium, insane action, running on bearings, made in China by Bestech Knives. Oh, light detent, but, you know, if you give it the gas, the flipper tab works just fine. I'm such a big fan, dude. Oh, great looking knife. Lightweight, even though it's big. It's big. Like, here's the ZT. They're basically the same size. And honestly, I like the Shodan better. And it was cheaper. So, yeah, but this shred carbon fiber I cannot say carbon fiber today. The shred carbon fiber on that show side scale is just mesmerizing. Mesmerized. Nice titanium backspacer with all this crazy nonsense going on. God, I love their aesthetic so much. Really cool knife. Full review I do have on the channel for that one. Worth checking out. I think this is the first Todd Knife and Tool design I owned and reviewed, and I owned and or reviewed every single one since. Love it. Love it. And finally, the newest arrival in the carbon fiber wing of my collection. This is the Spyderco Drunken, a now, in 2022, violently expensive frame lock designed by Sinkovich and made by Spyderco, again, Taichung, Taiwan. There's a hair on it, probably from my cat. Beautiful micromilling on the backside, titanium clip that everybody hates. Blue anodizing, a blue anodized backspacer here, or Cerakoted or something. It looks really cool, whatever it is. This is a really pretty knife. It looks a lot like the Spidey Chef, yes, but the blade steel here is S90V, and it's a lot of S90V. Really thick blade stock. Love the sheep's foot style blade. Super slicey down at the business end. And this stunning finish on this carbon fiber is just mesmerizing. Simple, clean, but it has all this crazy chamfering and nonsense going on. Some call it a humpback. I call it beautiful. That is the Spyderco Drunken, and I have been a big fan. It has taken off my thumb tip on both thumbs now. It is a dangerous knife. Apparently I can't figure out how to play with it and use it without injuring myself, but, you know, that is what it is. So there you have it. These are all of my... Oh, by the way, these are $510 now. Do not pay that much money for them. These are all of my carbon fiber knives so far. I don't remember if I had more and sold them, but I believe these are all of them, from the Forest to the Drunken. I really like carbon fiber, again, in general. It's so lightweight, it's so resilient, very tough material, and it looks really, really cool. There will be more videos like this in the very near future, so don't worry. I'm not sure what the next one is going to be. I believe titanium frame locks, which means you'll see a lot more of these. You will see these because the backside is titanium. But that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy, like I said, this style of videos. The last one did really well. And, you know, if you have questions or concerns or anything, let me know. There are reviews for most of these on my channel. Go check them out. That would be really cool. Thank you so much. And until next time, bye-bye now.